This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10, is that certain men, of the elect will be persecuted, for teaching the truth that's in the Bible. And when I say the truth, I'm talking about, more specifically, the digital awe coined by Apostle Tahar. Because what you see in front of your screen, is a so-called Christian. And he's teaching about the digital awe, and he gets arrested. Now, granted, he has a microphone in his hand, with a loudspeaker. And he's involved in protesting, and this is down in Australia, And you know Australia, they're clearly moving accord to the NWO, Australia is like a test subject to see how close they can get their NWO, because what they're doing in Australia, that's the reason why there's protesting going on. But the point is that this individual right here, he could be a Jake. He looks like an Edomite, but he could be a Jake. He's just bringing out what the Bible says about the digital awe. And he gets arrested. And this reminded me of Matthew chapter 5, verse 10, because, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Right. Teaching about the digital awe is righteous. And we're going to be persecuted. And that's a blessing because guess what? For theirs is the kingdom of heaven, right? 12, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you, right? And if you call yourself a man of the Lord, you're supposed to be prophesying. And part of prophesying, you're subjected to getting persecuted. But hey, there's a reward. And that's why you got to be rejoicing. Because, we're going to be, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, the elect. But you're going to be the first fruits for the kingdom of heaven. The crowns. To get them crowns. To get that reward. So let's play this. Because this is what we're coming up to. And this is in the Bible. Certain men will be selected by the Lord, to be persecuted. Even be beheaded. That's in the Bible.
When I was 10 years old, my dad sat me down and he said to me, I want you to listen to this. There's going to come a day where they're going to tell you to put a microchip in you. Yep. He goes, I want you to...
And that's another thing, man. This so-called Christian, he sees it. But you other camps, y'all can't see it. And if you do see it, why ain't you teaching it? Why ain't you teaching it? This is going down right now in Australia.
I promise. You will not accept that bit of technology. And I said, Dad, what do you...
And that's why I think he could be a Jake, because his father told him, don't take that, charagma, when he was a child. That had to be, what, 20? He looks like he looks like he's in his 30s. So that's got to be between 25 and 30 years ago. All right? What did he say? He was 4? Hold on.
He goes, I want you to make me a promise.
Hold on, let's go back.
There's going to come a day where they're going to... And this is what created me to go on this journey. When I was 10 years old, my dad sat me down.
Salaki, 10 years old. All right? The man looks like he's in his 30s now. All right? 10 years old, his father put him on game about the Karagma, the digital all. You could be a Jake, you know? Hey, but that's not for us to determine. Because the scriptures talk about the wheat and the tares growing together. In fact, let me get that. I don't want to butcher it. I'm just going with the spirit. Oh, man, I don't know why this stupid website keeps coming up. Wheat tares. Let's type it in. Here we go. Matthew 13 and 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. All right. The harvest is talking about the destruction. And the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them. Right. All right. Those they look like Jakes, but they're not. They're heathens. Okay. And but gather the wheat into my barn, right? And those are that's the elect, okay? And they may look like heathens, but they're not. They're Israelites, all right? The wheat and the tares. That's why sometimes, when you see a bugged out so-called Jake, he may be an Edomite. He just looks like a Jake, That's why we have a thing called tear babies. Maybe a tear baby, But hey, he could be a Jake. We don't know. That's on us to decide. All right, that's for the angels to decide. Let's continue on.
And he said to me, I want you to listen to this. There's going to come a day where they're going to tell you to put a microchip in you.
Yep.
He goes, I want you to make me a promise.
My dad said the same.
You will not accept that bit of technology. And I said, Dad, what are you talking about?
Death before
That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? He goes, listen to my words. I made my dad a promise when I was 10 years old. So I'm going to read one thing. And this was written hundreds of years ago.
Thousands of years ago. Okay? But yeah, we understand. All right? And hey, he seems convicted, man, in his spirit. Your father tells you something at the age 10. Yeah, man. All right. You gotta, all right, be persuaded in your own mind, man. All right. And ultimately, this is of the Lord to do that. And that's why do you think the apostles constantly say, push out these videos? Okay. Day in and day out. Teach this word, all right? These words stay in your mind, man. So when the hour of temptation comes, you're ready for it.
I just need to find it because I put a few things on here. Wow. Okay. Almost there. Okay. So I want you to listen to this. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in...
Here they come. Here they come. That's it. They snatched them up. All right? Hey, and this is just, I'm not going to play anymore, but this is just an idea, all right? You could be teaching on the highways and byways, and here comes the Gestapo, all right, grabbing you. Okay? Just like that. And that's why, once again, Matthew 5:10, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, right? So this is an honor. This is a blessing. Okay? Because, hey, we got the kingdom of heaven. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, who's the devil? Let's talk about these Edomites, all right? Starting with the elite, the so-called Illuminati, all right? Because they're the ones that are giving the orders to the worker bees, the minions, all right? These law enforcement agencies, all right? The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? That's the kingdom of heaven. All right? The crown. This is what we're preparing our minds for. Certain of us will be persecuted. That's in the Bible. Okay? (11) He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. Right, the destruction, the second death. All right? The second death. When the nukes pelt this place here, Babylon the Great, the lake of fire. All right, because hey, if you're here in Babylon the Great, this is the lake of fire, man. This place is going to be soaked in flames. Matthew 10:16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is, he wasn't wise with the what he was doing. You shouldn't have a microphone in your hand with a loudspeaker, okay? And you shouldn't even be amongst these individuals that are protesting, because that's confusion, okay? These people have their own belief structure, and that just creates nothing but confusion. Harmless as doves, and that's how you got to move. You got to be harmless as doves. 17, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And hey, this happened before, all right, with our forefathers, okay? It happened to Yahushai. It happened to Paul. 18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Right. And that's why we're on the highways and byways. All right. Telling the world, all right, they're going to be judged for their wickedness. Telling the world, all right, about that digital awe. And people are going to hate us for speaking about it, because they're going to take it and they know what we're saying is the truth, and they're going to hate us for saying it. There are people that are so messed up in the mind with this whole pandemic that they know there's something wrong with this whole pandemic, but yet they're going along with the agenda. And then they hate it when you buck up against it. Double-minded individuals. 19, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. Right. Hey, the Lord's going to put a spirit on us for those that are selected to speak to these governors and kings. All right. Which are these elites. 20. For it is not you that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. 21, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall raise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And that's coming. Persecute your own family's going to persecute you. All right. 22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved, right? Getting delivered from the second death. Okay? The destruction. Let me jump down to 24, because I want to bring this point out right here. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. 25. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Right. So, Yahushua, all right, was defamed. We're going to be defamed. All right? Because we're not above Yahushua. He had to go through his trials and tribulations, and so do we. One more, just to land back what I brought out in Matthew 10, John 15, 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. All right? And that should give you a sense of closure, a sense of clarity, and a sense of encouragement. All right? And boost up your spirit. We're supposed to be hated. We're not supposed to be liked. 19, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right? This is red letter, by the way. You got to feel these words. All right? Because we're coming in the time of persecution. 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. 21, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Right? They don't know the Father. They don't know Yahweh. All right? Yahushua, all right, is representing his Father. Yahushua and his Father Yahweh are in one accord. That's why a lot of these so-called Christians, all right, they buck up against us because they don't know the Father, man. Because they don't know Yahushua. And this is really talking to our people that are still stuck in that plantation Christianity garbage, man. 22. If I have not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin, right? And we're coming to the time where the hour of temptation is coming. And everybody's heard about, all right, Revelation 13 and 16. And that's why, when the persecution comes, that's it. And scriptures also talk about, real quickly, this, I want to bring this out, touch prophets. Proverbs 105 and 15. Saying, touch not mine anointing, and do my prophets no harm. Right. So when you come and touch the men of the Lord, you bet, that's when the Lord is going to turn up. Because right at 16, moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He break the whole staff of bread. Right. The Lord is going to starve you people, man. Real talk. Once you touch the men of the Lord, it's game on. The Lord is going to bring more body shots, all right, to wherever you're dwelling at, especially here in Babylon the Great. When you touch the prophets here in Babylon the Great, America, you are through when that day comes. And that's how we know, all right, it's going to be when this digital art is made mandatory. And you're going to have certain prophets that you're going to put your hands on who are going to not accept it. You going to Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast. The beast is talking about NATO, okay? Neither his image. What does NATO push out, all right? And the horde and America, because America's part of NATO. America's that horde all right, that rides the beast, okay, and pushes out what? The image of the beast, which is the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire. Neither had they received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. Right. So certain men are going to be selected to be beheaded for the word's sake, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And America, when you do that to those certain men, hey, that's it. That's when the destruction come. All right? That's when it's going to get, you're going to see, okay, the famine hit, right? Because it talks about in that day. Right? Let's go to Revelation. Just going with the Spirit. 17. Is it Revelation? No, 18. Excuse me. Revelation 18. I'm just going to get to the point. Revelation 18 and 8. All right, this is talking about Babylon. Therefore shall our plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power, Yahweh, who judged her. Right. Okay? Famine, death, mourning. That's what's coming. And you clearly see the beginning stages of it. All right, with this whole pandemic, what's it doing? Because that's the Lord taking away your food. All right, which is going to lead to chaos, which is going to lead to violence, and ultimately, which is going to lead into World War III. So this is where we're at. So, hey, once again, let me read this one more time. Matthew 5 and 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Right. So, hey, and once they start persecuting us and certain men are selected to go through certain things, hey, consider it righteous, all right, and consider it blessed, because guess what? We got the kingdom. We've got the kingdom of heaven, all right? And that's why we give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for opening up our minds and giving us this truth. And we got to, give double honors to the men that came before us for showing us this, which are the apostles and the elders. All right? So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I know I was jumping around in different areas, but the point is here, man. We're here. All right? People are being persecuted for talking about the digital awe. Hey, these are the times. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us His truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door. Keep the faith. We're almost out here. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep fighting. All right? To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and Abad Rabal. Shalom.